Hello, everybody out there. I'm going to welcome you to my channel. I hope you're all having a great day today. Today is a beautiful day in Nebraska. It's one of those mornings that you go outside and take a long, brisk walk and smell the air and look around and see the sun coming up. Oh, it's just a great day to be alive in Nebraska. Good morning to you. Grab you a cup of coffee because we're going to discuss what's going on with the government shutdown today. I'm going to go into it in a little bit of detail, not that much, but enough to spark your interest to see what was going on with the government and how it's affecting us. Boy, that is so good in the morning. My channel is called Coffee Time with Grandpa. And guess what? I'm Grandpa. This is what you get. A little chat. It's a little friendly chat with me, and hopefully my YouTube videos. You've seen some in the past on the different subject matters that I always seem to talk about. But today, the government shutdown is on everybody's mind. My neighbors that I talk to, they're all talking about how nervous they are about what the government is doing and how it's creating this uncertainty with our economy coming. We are just now recovering from COVID, which pretty much killed 500,000 people in the United States, and most of them were senior citizens. So let me espouse my wisdom upon you about this government shutdown. Why is it happening? And why does it seem to be happening over and over and over again? I know in recent years we've had so many government shutdowns that it's just ridiculous. They will fight back and forth, Congress, and then they will get down to the nitty gritty. And most of the government shutdowns are averted at the last minute, but there's a few that weren't averted. And like I can remember one in 2019 when the government shut down for 35 days. It was a bad one. And it looks like this one that we're in 2025 is going to be 10 times worse than the one we experienced in the past. Government shutdowns. Now, a lot of people will say, well, it doesn't affect me. I'm not a federal employee. But yes, it does affect you. It affects everybody, no matter whether you're working for the government or not. It affects you because those people it affects directly with not being paid, or the way Trump is saying that he's going to fire everybody and only keep the ones that he wants to keep. In other words, keep the people that are Republicans in power and government. He wants to wipe out every Democrat that's in government. He wants to create a bureaucracy that is loyal to him and nobody else. It's called an autocracy. That's hard for me to say, but in other words, it's not a dictatorship, but it's a more authoritarian form of government in the executive branch, which is the president and vice president and the secretary of state. He wants to give those people more power so they can control everything. And that is not what our Constitution is. It is not how our Constitution came about. And in the long run, President Trump will lose. The people will have the power, and he will lose in the end. And sadly to say, I predict bad things for Donald Trump. I normally don't get into politics. I don't hate the man. I hate his policies. And that's two distinctions you need to make. I don't hate anybody. I don't hate any Republicans. But when it comes to policies and it starts affecting the poor, which this government shutdown is doing, it's affecting the poor, it's affecting the middle class, and the rich people aren't affected by it at all because they're in control. You know as well as I do, rich people are in control of the world, and they will not continue at this rate because if you're a pagan like I am, we believe that the new world is coming into being. It's starting to come and manifest, and the old world is going to be leaving, which is the old evil world with wars and plagues and all that garbage that the Bible talks about. Uh, when we enter into this new world, and we're in a transitional phase right now, you will see in coming years, you will see great changes in the planet, a planet that's going to be much better and not so much negativity. It's a world where positivity thrives, and it's sort of like a golden age. You know, Donald Trump always talks about the golden age. Well, the golden age is coming, but not under his leadership. It's not, because he is not a very peaceful man. He instigates at every point. He instigates troubles, and we do not need that. We as human beings want to live and live in harmony, live in peace. Uh, all this will eventually affect the poor in a drastic way because we will have mass starvation, we will have plagues, and we will have many things the Bible predicts that will happen before it gets better. So buckle up and let's ride this wave we're in and get over it, and so we can move on to love and prosperity for the good people of the planet. Now, this recession that we are already in, really, we're only starting to feel the effects of this recession. But by shutting down the government, uh, this will sort of expedite the recession process. In other words, the recession process is going to get much worse under a shutdown, and it will do no good on either side. Democrats will suffer and Republicans will suffer, and we will suffer. We, as a people of the United States, will suffer greatly, and we will carry the burden of other people's bad decisions. Enough is enough. Let me tell you, we've gone through so much in the past few months that we need to have a break and recuperate and get your spiritual life in order. You know, try to be happy, try to be strong, try to be faithful to your principles, help your neighbor out where you can, because the rich are always going to profit from this. They're going to move on and make money out of this no matter which way you look at it. The rich are going to get richer and the poor are going to be poorer. And guess who where the leadership comes from our nation under Donald Trump. That this is where the problem lies, because Trump is not leading us to a positive outcome. He's leading us to a negative outcome, and people need to speak up. You need to start talking amongst your neighbors. You need to see what's really going on, because Donald Trump has a way. He's got sort of like a forked tongue, like a snake, and he never really tells the truth about anything. He covers over things. He makes things up. It's just a sad state of affairs. Right now, the United States is at its lowest ebb it's ever been in, and hopefully we can dig ourselves out of this mess and survive. Remember, the poor will always suffer under policies of Donald Trump. Just look in the last 6 months what that man has done to our government. and what he's trying to do. Now, I do understand some of the policies because the government has gotten way too powerful, and it's gotten way too big, and it's not manageable anymore because it's costing us. Inflation is always going up, or food prices are going up because of Trump's tariffs. Uh, he tried this in the past. If you go back to history, on his first term, he tried this, and what happened? Inflation went way up, and went crazy, because that's the time period that senior citizens finally got a little boost in their income because inflation went out of whack, and it's going to happen again. Inflation has gone down a little bit, but now it's starting to go back up because all these tariffs are kicking in. And if we look back at Trump's first 4 years, we realize that it's repeating again, except at a much larger level this time around. Now, I want to wish everybody, I know we're living in sad times and we're struggling, and we're trying to get over all this, but always keep a positive attitude no matter what life cycle you're in, no matter what your problems are. Just always remember the sun comes up in the morning and you'll see a beautiful sunrise again. So we are going through this transition. We'll get through it, my friends. Uh, Always like, share, and subscribe to my channel and leave a little comment. This helps me out to spread the message. And recently I have been posting a lot more than I usually post because there's so much going on in the world. I have found it very, very challenging to try to explain what's going on in the world because nobody can really explain it. We are living in strange times. All I can say is love your neighbor as you love yourself. Be positive always. Don't let all this stuff that's going on in the world, these wars and rumors of wars, and how expensive life has become and how rough it has become, because we can always fight back. We still live in the United States, and it's still a democracy. So when the election comes, the midterms come up, you know what to do. I don't have to tell everybody which way to vote. You vote your conscience, and you know what the right decision is to make our country a better place to live. I love you all. I'm sending love and blessings to everybody out there. Please subscribe to my channel. It helps this old man out a little bit. Spread the message and the word, and I will continually broadcast these videos all the time, different subject matters. You really never know what you're going to get when you review one of my videos, because I talk about so many different things. I talk about paganism, religion, politics sometimes, but I don't like to talk about it. But sometimes I have a need to talk about it to clarify what my position is and what the position of the nation is. Right now, I kind of see the nation in a battle for the soul of the nation, and we are winning, because good will always conquer evil, no matter which way you look at it. Karma will bite you on your ass if you do not straighten your life up. That is a for sure thing. And always remember, karma is there to keep us in balance with each other, to keep nature in balance. And when it becomes out of whack, what does Mother Nature do? It strikes back by storms, and it strikes back by fires, and it strikes back by wind. This is the natural process of the planet. In order to keep peace and harmony on our planet, we have to learn to get along with each other. There's no other choice in life. If we don't get along with each other, we are doomed to repeat the past, which is nothing but destruction and death. So please remember what my wise words are telling you. Love your neighbor as yourself. I'm sending love and blessings to everybody. I hope that you will continually watch my channel because there's some interesting subject matters that I'm going to be discussing in future episodes, okay? Blessings to you again. And guess what? I will see you next time. Bye bye.